Hi, Sue Madrid. Question for you. Are you a knower or are you a learner? Tough question. I'm a knower. Oh, wait. No, I'm a learner. No, wait. I'm a knower. I'm totally a knower, except for when I'm learning. So I'm a learner. So here's my real answer to that. Depending on the role that I'm in, I can be either one of those things. But we all have encountered somebody in our lives that consistently stays in the knower zone. They're the people that have an answer for everything. And I mean, they have an answer for everything. And I find myself all the time like, oh, Jimmy, he's such a knower. He knows everything about everything. Jimmy. The reason these distinctions are important is so we can literally identify where people are, but where we are as leaders. This applies to everybody, leaders, team people. We can all be in the knower zone. We can all be in the learner zone. Gay Hendricks writes in his book, The Big Leap, about people in relationships who, when they're having a moment of disagreement, he and his wife literally, I don't know which one goes first. I don't know if it alternates, but the idea behind the practice is I'm 100% wrong. I'm taking 100% blame for this. And his wife also says, oh, I'm 100% wrong with in this, and I take all the blame. And the great thing about this practice is it makes everybody feel good. Nobody sits there to blame, and they haven't had a fight in 12 years. And that's as of the time he published the book, right? So when I think about knowers and learners, I like to say I'm 100% of both. And it just kind of depends on which camp I'm standing in the moment. Sometimes I'm doing both of them, but I really try to be very alert and very aware which zone I'm in right this moment. And let me tell you why it became important to me as I was going through leadership and working with people. So one of the terrible habits I had was just giving answers, because giving answers is easy. It's so easy. You're always in a hurry. You're always between places, and somebody comes in and asks you something. You say, just mail the package overnight, early AM delivery, and run about it. And we never explain the why of that. We just tell people what to do. Run 100 extra widgets because and there's 1,000 reasons in your head, but you haven't shared that. Just run 100 extra widgets in production. So we do that a lot, and sometimes we're in a hurry, and that's just how it is. The other part of that beast is we don't teach anybody anything when we're there, and when we're in knower zone, we don't leave a place for feedback, for people to come back to us and say, but wait, what about? Strong employees are good about doing that, but depending on how you come across, not everybody has the guts to come back at you and say, but what about this? The other part when that's dangerous is when you get in that place where you have told yourself a story, and this is another one of those isms. The story I'm telling myself is, so I'm also guilty in my life, and this was a big one. This is a big wake up for me, and that's why I put these out here. This is not really about me, but things that happen to me, probably happening to at least one other person out there, maybe a few of you. The story I was telling myself was that an employee needed protection. Another team leader needed protection from our board. I was not sharing some information. There was some doubts about her abilities that had come up over the many years we had worked together. And I just kept saying, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. And I never really told her the truth. As it turns out, she was really frustrated with me, and for really great reason. And literally when we had that come to Jesus moment, and I said, I went into protection mode. The story I told myself was that you needed protection. And she sat me down and she very clearly told me, I did not ask you for that. And she wanted the truth, and she deserved the truth. And I chickened out and I decided that she wasn't worthy or strong enough or whatever that was for the truth. So I made a decision on her behalf. How arrogant was that move, right? So how many times do we have opportunities to do the really kind thing and cut to it and be clear with people? I've been quoting Brene Brown a lot lately. Clear is kind, unclear is unkind. So when you're in those moments where you're in the knower, think about those moments. And hopefully when you're looking at some of these videos, you're finding yourself in a learner place. And you're like, oh, that's a really good point. I hadn't considered that. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help people with answering those questions or asking the questions that are making people ponder, how does that apply in my life? That's all I have today. It's really great to talk to you guys. If you have questions, you can call me, you can email me. My website, SueMadrid.com. Thanks so much. Have a great day.